It smells like Bigfoot's. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zeta Prevails. Wampa has his Omicron, and apparently it warrants an entire video from me because, you know, we gotta talk about Wampa here and the kit and everything, and then I will actually later today we'll have our crate episode out, crate expectations, and we'll talk more about Wampa. There's some pretty ironic stuff going on in my life about this Wampa, but that's neither here nor there, guys. The question is, which Zeta is the best one? Because that's the age-old question. The community split, like 50-50. Everyone thinks they know what the answer is, and only I know the answer, so that's nice. You guys think you know, you're the sole arbiters of truth, and it's false. You guys don't know which one it is, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about if this Omicron is viable, what kind of things, like what's the upper limit for Wampa. So lots of stuff to cover, guys. Let's jump to the, well, I guess we'll stay here. Let's jump to the browser. As someone in comments said the other day, whoa, we're not going anywhere. Sanity. Alright, what do we have here, guys? Wampa. Unique Howling Rage. Oh, that's not it. Alright, we're gonna read his full kit, guys, just so we get the whole thing. And we got to get to 8 minutes anyways, so you guys don't get like 12 ads smashed into 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes, 7 minutes. It's crazy, guys. YouTube does that sort of thing to me these days. So, alright, Wampa. Dark Side Attack. I was really hoping, actually, guys. I wanted to speculate on this tonight and just guess what I was hoping that the Omicron would give him a tag, like a new tag. It's like, hey, he's now Empire or something. It would be interesting. I don't know if an Omicron should do that, but I get tired of this because it's so hard to find him unless you put all of the relics on him, and who wants to do that, guys? Who wants to do it? So his basic, the thing I like about Wampa is that his basic is called Wamp. It's easy. It's one of the only basics I actually know the name of, but the other piece of it, guys, is he doesn't miss. And it does double the damage against rebel targets. That's maybe not exactly accurate. It's 100% offense against rebel targets. And so, what? Why does Spotify keep shutting down? It is so weird, guys. Don't get it. All right. I like that he doesn't miss, though. I like that he can stun if they were exposed or staggered. And yeah, he does damage over time. There's the special Icebreaker, which is also fun. I mean, this kit is fun, guys. I was pretty excited when it first was released. I mean, even back then he wasn't great, frankly. I know some people sang his praises, but I mean, without unit synergy, it's just so hard to find him a spot. Like once Watt was released, I was like, yes, okay, we can do like a Build-A-Bear team. But all right, Icebreaker. Dispel all debuffs on Wampa, which is really nice, actually, because that's the thing that he is the most afraid of. Deal physical damage to all enemies and daze them for 2 turns. So an AoE daze, that was pretty unique back then. That was pretty nice. Actually, it wasn't unique, it was special. It says special here, guys. But he gains protection up 150%, and so once he does that actually interacts later down the line. So you want to give him some health if you can, because that protection up is informed by health. And for whatever reason, Special Furious Foe. Inflict healing immunity on. So this is when you apply the Zeta. Inflict healing immunity on all enemies, guys. That's the thing. That's what this one does, is inflict healing immunity. Can't be evaded. It can be resistance. You want potency on him, some at least. And then he gains extra accuracy, crit chance, offense, blah, 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 until the end of it. So he gets more accurate, which is funny because you can't miss with his basic. You can't miss. This attack can't be evaded. So the only reason you want accuracy is, like, even if someone stole all his, like, mastery or whatever, even if accuracy was a thing, he still can't miss with his basic. I guess his Icebreaker can miss, but wouldn't it be interesting if accuracy could actually, like, you could put so much accuracy on someone that they could just evade, or you could actually hit someone who had foresight. Like Wampa can anyways, but yeah, it's just, that would be a very interesting thing to me. Anyways, 40% offense as well. That's the big part, guys. Crit chance is great. Offense is even better though, and it starts on a cooldown. That's Furious Foe. Now this is that's an important one, guys. So that one's a Zeta. It's not telling us which ones are Zetas, which I guess they don't really care that much. But alright, unique Howling Rage while he has protection up. So when he does his AoE, he gets 150% protection up. He also gets 20% counter chance plus 50% offense and extra tenacity, which is nice. That tenacity is going to actually be part of everything here. And then unique Cornered Beast. He's a beast. Let's see. So he has 50% extra crit chance. Just straight up. I mean, this is the other Zeta on him, guys. Wampa has plus 10% counter chance, plus 5% health steal, plus 5% offense for each damage over time effect on each enemy. So, the question being, which Zeta is the best here? And I'll offer my speculation, guys. So, of course, the question, and I just took a pause there, guys, just to make sure what the final Zeta was. But the question is, which Zeta is better? Tell me in the comments what you guys think first, before I do the big reveal on which one I think is better. So, and to be clear, guys, this unique is almost entirely Zeta. So, without the Zeta, it's just Wampa has 50% counter chance, which is, that's fine. You play the Zeta and you get all this cool stuff. So let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on which Zeta is the best? Obviously, we have an Omicron that we have to apply on top of this bottom Zeta, so it almost just doesn't matter. Just not sure, it matters. So my answer, guys, is I think that Furious Foe Zeta is better because it's just more applicable to what he's trying to do. Healing immunity is really nice on all enemies. It's an AoE. You already have to have some potency on him anyways in order to inflict daze. You may as well put enough to inflict healing immunity. And then the teams he wants to counter, he's not an ambitious guy. Not really. You put him with Watt, and Watt helps him SWAT. Like, what, Night Sisters? Night Sisters are great with healing immunity. That's wonderful. That seems very applicable. All the different teams, like, here's the problem with the other one, guys. So all these benefits, if it was more consistent that he have damage over time, then this one would hands down be better. But you have to create a whole system for him to have a bunch of dots out there, and people can just cleanse those dots, and you almost don't notice. Like, it's plus 5% offense for each damage over time. It's like, okay, you do your basic and say, oh, that's cool. Neat. I guess we can do inflict 1 damage over time. Okay, now his offense is ramping. Okay, let's see, counters. Oh, cool, he's got another damage over time. Look at that, guys, plus 10% offense. Oh, they cleansed back to 0. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's dumb. This one doesn't do anything. Seriously, like, you get, the best thing it does is you get, if there's 3 dots out there, you get up to 100% counter chance, because you get the 10% here, you get the 20% from Howling Rage if you have protection up, and then you can get 30% from the dots. So, the 50%, whatever. It's, this one, if you took him with Vader, great, that's cool, except how often is he actually taking turns with Vader? Like, why is he with Vader? Why isn't Vader with someone, like, better? I don't know, it was just such an awkward one, because you had to create, like, should I send Mission and Zalbar with him? I mean, that seems okay. I mean, there were certain builds, but you had to build an entire apparatus around him. I mean, Watt was nice because he put dots out, but still, they're both okay Zetas. I have both of them, but at the same time, I don't think that this one was worthwhile. Now, with the Omicron, yes, I do think it's worthwhile. So, looking at the Omicron, folks, so still the same text. I compared with my eyes. But, you know, the new text is the same. It's just in different font. And it says Omicron on it. So that's why it's kind of staggered. But while in Grand Arenas, Wampa gains extra tenacity. So if he has protection up, he's going to be at 150% tenacity, which is decent start. He kind of needs it. So let's see. If there's no other so if you do this, guys, you can just give him 100% tenacity with the Omicron, and then that's it. And then it's kind of worded awkwardly here, guys. Like, who knows? So it says, if there are no active allies at the start of battle. So they say if this, then like the rest of this, or do we stop once the sentence ends? That's a confusing line to me. You guys can let me know in the comments once again. So if no other active allies are around, he gains 75% defense, which plus 75%, that's fine. I guess if we put a bunch of relics on him, he's gonna start doing some cool stuff. He'll gain extra max health, like 75% max health, 75% protection, and it does a bunch of extra offense, and it's also doubled to plus 150% offense if there's only one active enemy at the start of battle. Whenever Wampa is damaged by an attack, inflict 2 damage over time effects for 3 turns. So this is much better. So whenever he is damaged, without being evaded or resisted, so every time he's damaged, and keep in mind, guys, there's all these different characters now who hit like 7 times. They're like tap 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 tap, and he's like, have all the dots, please, like enjoy all of those dots. You know, it's kind of fun, and they can't get rid of it, which obviously they can cleanse it. But the cooldown of Furious Foe is reduced by 1, and he gains stacking tenacity every time he's hit. Doesn't matter, whenever he's damaged by an attack, he gains 30% tenacity. The question is, guys, so he gains all these cool stats when he's alone. Is the rest of it when he's alone, or do we start here again on this highlighted stuff? Is this separate once again from the he has to be alone clause? I'm not sure, but that extra tenacity, man, like pretty soon you can't debuff him unless you have tenacity down. It's very cool, actually. And you reduce that Furious Foe. So, I mean, it's cooldown 4, but you hit him 4 times, or 3 times, I guess, and suddenly he's just spamming this 40% offense every time. He's putting healing immunity on people. This is very cool. You can't spam Icebreaker. It is just Furious Foe. But my thought, though, guys, like, he's gonna need a lot of health, but I think he kills Sith Eternal, like, alone. He won't kill Sith Eternal just like a full team of Sith Eternal. I don't think, but I don't know. It depends on who is fighting. I mean, he's going to be crazy, guys. This is no joke. Like, as long as he can't just get overwhelmed immediately, you're gonna have to give him some speed or something. But he's like a cleanup specialist now, though. I mean, he's not impervious to things. He can be stun locked depending on what team. Like, he still can't. He's going to be weak against First Order unless crew is elsewhere, because that 2-turn stun is just devastating. But the fact that he hands out so many dots to everyone passively because he's getting hit, and even as he's being hit, he's getting all this extra tenacity so that he can't be debuffed by normal means. I mean, it's cool. I think he'll kill Sith Eternal. Honestly, one-on-one, I bet he does. Because Sith Eternal can't link, so, you know, he's not going to get his ultimate, and, yeah, I think he finishes him off. The question is, like, who else, what other Galactic Legends does he kill? Like, Rey will whirlwind him. Supreme Leader Kylo will 2-turn stun him. And Kenobi, I mean, if it's just those two, I guess Kenobi he'll be able to do healing immunity to him, so probably not that. Lord Vader, I think Lord Vader's a little too thick, though. I feel like that might be the next best. I mean, I guess him versus Jedi Master Luke might have legs, maybe. That might work. especially once he starts ramping up his tenacity. That it could get crazy. So, I mean, what other teams could it kill? I don't know. I would love to see him tear apart a Karth team, but that doesn't matter. I mean, for my main account, this probably doesn't move the needle, but at the same time, I mean, if I need him to finish someone off, this seems pretty good. I guess one thing I was considering is if he could live, if you could get him to live through the opening barrage, which is a big if, but if you could he kill an Iden Versio team? I mean, granted, he's going to be countering, so that it's going to heal the whole team, but he's going to ramp his damage up so much that he'll just destroy the whole team. Plus, he'll be putting all those dots on them, you know, and those dots are going to help him. Every time they shoot him, he's going to hit them back, and he's going to heal himself because he's got all that health steal. I don't know if he can survive the opening barrage, but which, like I said, is a big if, but. There's a few different things I want to try with him, guys. It seems pretty interesting. Not sure what I think exactly, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments. This video lasted way longer than 8 minutes. Guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zereth prevails.